Well, this isn't very good, is it? I've only got one pair of brake pads. They haven't sent me 2 pairs. From my previous video about the brakes for the TLR, I got the new EBC rotors and I ordered 2 sets of DP brake pads in the SDP HH Plus compound with a ceramic coating. But the eBay supplier has only sent me 1 packet and I need 2 packets. Now the reason why I wanted to try the DP pads again, I have used them on my Hayabusa, but I was only using them for the drag, so I only used the brakes at the end of the strip obviously. And it was pretty brief. The brakes were darn good, so I really wanted to try these out on the road and on the track days, because you get brake fade fairly quickly in the 15-minute sessions on the track I ride at. So you got the normal backing plate, which is this stainless steel plate. Now stainless steel still heats up. It actually glows red. The thing with stainless steel, it doesn't like to easily let heat travel. It stops fast. So especially if you're a welder, which I was, if you weld one edge of a stainless steel piece of material, the heat doesn't travel down to the other end of the stainless steel easily. It travels and then stops abruptly, and that's when you get all the warping when you try and weld stainless steel. It's that short travel, where if you welded aluminium, it's where you start there, it's just as hot down the other end really quick. It just travels really fast. So okay, so they've got these stainless steel heat shields, but you still got the pistons of the caliper touching the hot stainless steel. So I can understand what they're thinking when they put these new materials of these ceramic coating here. Like, do they get as hot as the stainless steel backing plate? I don't know, but it's worth a try to see if it will prevent the heat from travelling onto the piston of the caliper. Now, I opened up a set of 6-spot calipers that I've got a number of pairs of them here, at least 2 pairs, and I found that the pads are digging into the body of the caliper, because there's only a very small landing where the pad rests on the aluminium, and then you can get a bit of a rocking noise, click click type of thing, where the pad just rocks backwards and forwards in the body of the caliper. But more importantly, what I was worried about, one side is good, no wear, the other side is the pad is digging in. And I looked at the next set of pads and they're doing the same. I looked at the next set of calipers and they're doing the same. All digging into the one particular corner of the calipers. It doesn't seem to have much meat on it compared to these 4-pot ones. Now these are a 4-pad separate job, not 2 pads, they're 4. And the distance from there to there is a few millimeters bigger. Like that's 7 millimeters across there, where the other one is only like 5 millimeters. And there's no wear on this at all. They just got a few rub marks, but no digging in, no grooves on either side. They're only got just rub marks into the aluminium. But these got one long pad and it's just wears into that area there. So I wouldn't want to spend too much money on these calipers, because it looks like a weak spot, which renders the caliper useless, doesn't it? Oh well, that's because what I was worried about is that dragging pistons, and what dragging pistons or dragging pads, Now if the pad is going to sort of sit into a groove, a worn groove, it's not going to move in and out properly, is it? It's just going to be stuck there. And we don't want that. So like I say, I think these calipers that I got, as far as I can tell, there's a small amount of wear, but not as deep as some of the other ones I've got. But, you know, I've got another one here and a couple more over there. And here's just another example of brake fluid is not your friend. Or my friend, I tell you. Don't like this stuff. But I pulled these calipers apart. They've just been sitting on the shelf in the shed. And I took them apart, one of them apart, just to show you the wear on the ends. And look at the brake fluid. Old brake fluid has just completely blocked the port. That's the transfer port that goes from one half to the other half of the caliper. The old brake fluid was sitting in the port and it's completely blocked. So if you ever go to the wreckers like I have done and bought a set of calipers, because you can get some good buys and it doesn't have to be the latest and greatest stuff. I've had good success with these ones and things like that, but you've got to wash them out, you've got to overhaul them, because that brake fluid, the old brake fluid in there is bad news. So I want to have one more go with these calipers. I'll put the new pads in, I'll put the new rotors on, and we'll try. But if it gives me any more trouble, if I don't like the feel of them, then we're going to go and change these calipers, because I've already got a good master cylinder on. I've got race set up, separate stainless steel brake lines, not to piggyback over the mudguard, they're separate. Then we get down to the calipers. Now you can go the Nissan 4-pot, or as a lot of guys have been talking about on the TLR groups, is maybe the Nissan 4-pot, I've already used them, or the Nissan 6-pot that used to come out on a few race special edition Kawasaki and Suzuki back in the day. In the meanwhile, I've investigated the upgrading of the forks, because standard, in this area where I ride, I'm fighting a losing battle with the bumps. The spring rate is too weak, the dampening is too weak, and the short travel of the standard forks for the TLR are even a little bit less than newer versions. The Hayabusas, the GSXRs, they've all got a little bit more travel standard than these two. So I can see why you get a head shake when you hit the bumps, because in one of my previous videos I even proved it. You can riding along and the forks just fully bottom out as you're accelerating out of a corner, and that's obviously when you get the head shake, because the wheel has been deflected as the suspension just couldn't cope. So there's good news though. KTEC can supply springs, valving and adjusters up the top there. So we'll just see Alex, get the prices, get the availability, and get something done while I'm here now. Do the forks at the same time as the wheel. Should be really good. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all my subscribers. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot. See yous.